that is a very lucrative piece of property. And if I could offer you a building that had the kind of reach that I've just conveyed to you here, you would bite my hand off. One of the integrated models that I personally have of being a mature masculine man is this idea of independence. And I think if the last 18 months are not illustrative enough, is that we cannot rely on one form of income alone in the year coming at the end of 2021, 2022. So hopefully to my audience, and specifically again to the young men watching this channel, or older men watching this channel, is that you are actively pursuing other means to expand your income. And this video actually comes at the conclusions of one of the latest books that I've written, which is on this notion of digital real estate. And I've made videos about this in the past before, but I wanted to give perhaps some of you that weren't privy to that information or who aren't familiar with that term digital real estate, a little idea of how you can start to move more consciously in the direction of this independent man, integrated man with both mind, body, spirit, and finance and business. You know, we all live in the 3D world, and unfortunately making money is going to be an integral part of that process. Now, digital real estate offers this very lucrative model of making money online because unlike the let's say more typical answers to that question, you know, we've all typed in Google or Bing or Yahoo at one point in our life, or perhaps multiple times in our lives, how to make money online. And you've gone through crypto, you know, the revolutionary model it seems nowadays to making money very quickly online is crypto, but it also has its high risks. And then you'll look at other things like Forex trading. This is something that I used to do previously, and it was a catastrophic failure. And then you have things like investing in general, stocks and shares. Perhaps you get onto other courses like marketing, and they require you to provide an upfront cost of all the tools that you need. So scraping email lists of decision makers like directors, CEOs, and head of marketing. And what I'm essentially trying to convey here is that most, if not all, of your attempts to make money online, they come with an upfront cost. And if you're anything like me, you're very, you know, sensitive, or let's say more mindful towards where you place your money. And you're not looking for different ways to make money online because you have a spare 10k lying at home or in your bank account for you to invest. So it puts you in a very difficult position. It's like, okay, first I need to make enough money in my day job to then put that extra money into some of these things like investing in Forex, crypto, stocks and shares. So it becomes one of these, you know, the trite saying that I'm sure that many of you have heard, that you need money to make money. And that's true for those particular pursuits. Now, digital real estate, and the premise of my book that I'm about to release very, very soon, is this notion that you have access to social media accounts, which I haven't coined directly, but you can see from this perspective, or is being seen more frequently from this perspective, as owning an online piece of property, a building, which could be likened to a Twitter account or a YouTube account or an Instagram account, that is floating out there in the cloud. A piece of property that you own that can earn you income passively. Some of the videos that are online now are earning me passive income. I don't really need to lift a finger to be able to do that. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy talking to yourselves and a little bit about my experiences and how I've come to be in a fairly privileged situation, you know, humble beginnings and all that. But what I'm trying to convey here is that I believe somewhere in the future, and this might sound like a silly idea, but social media accounts like Instagram, like Twitter, like even Facebook are going to become paid services, because when you look at them from the perspective of a business model, that you can have an account that can reach, I think it's over 4 billion people who have access to the internet, and if you can liken that to a store or a building that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That is a very lucrative piece of property. And if I could offer you a building that had the kind of reach that I've just conveyed to you here, you would bite my hand off to be able to have access to that. And yet you can have access to that right now through the skills and effort that I've done over the last 2 years of marketing myself, creating hopefully engaging content on some of my areas of interest in spirituality and in finance and entrepreneurship and a myriad of other different subject materials. I've cultivated a relatively healthy audience. Thank you to those long-standing visitors. But I've now been blessed and fortunate enough that some of you are actually buying more quality products that I have put so much time and effort into research and creating, and allowed them to become available for people who really believe in me and my work. And it's put me in this, again, blessed and financially secure position to be able to take time. Well, I don't really have a 9-to-5 anymore. I'm self-employed, and again, allowed to pursue my interests without, let's say, the fear of financial reprimand. So to become very bullish on this idea of building digital assets like a Twitter account, which I believe is going to be an integral piece of your digital property if this is something that you're looking to pursue, and then creating content by pursuing your interests, but also fundamentally solving people's problems. When I look at some of my best-selling courses and products, it's because I'm fundamentally solving a problem that people have. My main one is pornography addiction, sexual addiction, and this idea of lust, being at the hands of a lot of our suffering and pain. And the amount of positive feedback I get for those particular digital assets, again, because they're pieces of property that I made once and I can sell multiple amounts of time. I'm incredibly blessed for your feedback, and if you've purchased it, thank you so much. And I very much appreciate your investment, not only in my work, because it allows me to keep bringing you things that hopefully you enjoy and value. But you first have to be committed to this idea of giving away something you are interested in freely. And you can't come at it from the perspective of, I just want the monetary benefits. All of my work is pretty much free online. These videos are free. My tweets are free. My Instagram is free. I put out 2 videos every single week for free. And I hope, it's given you hopefully enough trust in me to convey to you that these things that I offer you, these pieces of advice, these teachings are working and bringing you benefit to your lives. And that leads to some of you, again, giving me back the value that I am giving to yourselves. So the purpose behind this video is mixed. It's almost like a thank you and a gratitude video. It's also, again, a shameless plug for a course that is coming out imminently that will show you how to emulate the cultivation of digital property, like I've kind of addressed in the first part of this video, without the mistakes that I make. I'm going to take you through a journey of how I blundered my way through this process, making many mistakes. Certainly not a perfect journey, but an interesting one, and that you can hopefully emulate something and execute it a little bit better than I did in the past. And I'm going to drop hopefully a link to, if you want to, again, try and replicate what I did a little bit more, with a little bit more finesse than I did. You can find that link below. And forever grateful, forever humble, and do look at this like something that, as opposed to, again, those other business models of putting money up front, that you can do with relatively minimal financial interest, financial, let's say, means, because you can all start a Twitter account, or start an Instagram account, or start a YouTube account. And I'm going to show you how to do that step by step in excruciating detail through the link below. But that's enough from me. I'm grateful to everyone that subscribed to this video, and if you'd like to see more on, again, some of the stuff that I create, more entrepreneurship, more spirituality, this will be the place for you. You're in good company. So thank you again, my friends, for investing and believing in my work, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Take care.